This, ladies and gentlemen, is a Gerber that I like. This is the Gerber Zilch. And I don't mean to sound like such a snot about Gerber, but they betrayed me and left me on the road to die a long time ago. Please allow me to explain. As I was growing up, my father, he did not have a knife collection, but he did have one really great knife, and it was a Gerber, and it was sort of their sleek 70s version of a Buck 110. It used to be up on his shelf. When he was gone, I would pull it out and check it out, and I loved that knife so much. And it had this great logo of a sword stuck in a stone, Gerber. It was like a revelation to me. And then I grew up and started collecting knives, and Gerber was just, man, they just went down the wrong path for a while. And we're making garbage. And I have a couple of Gerbers. This one, my brother-in-law got for me a couple of years ago for Christmas. Interesting, cool, different. Like, this is Gerber starting to pull themselves out of their rut. And not bad, cheap, not, but I love the bamboo. And the overall design is kind of cool. And plus, they were starting to tap into the cleaver thing, which was big when this came out. And then here's the Paraframe, their most selling knife. I don't know if you just saw my fingers slip off the blade twice trying to open it up. I mean, all right, I don't want to talk too bad about this knife because it was a generous gift from someone an old friend of my wife's who came to my birthday party, and believe me, I appreciate that he brought this for me. He's a great guy, and he knows I like knives. But all that being said, that's why I'll keep this knife. Otherwise, it is not a knife guy's knife. Let's put it that way. It is not a knife guy's knife. But that's the Paraframe. This is their most selling knife, I think, of all time. And I hope that is about to change with the Zilch, because this thing is awesome. Now, I got this knife at Lowe's, or was it Home Depot? I can't remember. It was Lowe's, I think. I was trolling around. I always go to the cutting tools section, and I saw this, and I was like, 20 bucks. All right, I'll check this out, because I had already featured this on one of the midweek supplemental podcasts. And so a chance to, get it in hand for 20 bucks and see what it's all about was something I didn't want to pass up. So I got it and was pretty much right away impressed. It's got really nice action on Teflon washers, and I mean, really nice action. And it's got a very nice shape overall. The handle is very comfortable, pretty neutral. It got a little bit of a finger guard, which I always appreciate. You've got the clip in an awkward spot towards the end where it looks like it would be a hot spot, but it's so thin from dorsal to pectoral that it kind of curls up in this part of my hand anyway, in this finger well here, and I don't even feel that. So, I mean, it fits right in the crease of the fingers here. So the clip is nice. It's deep enough. You got a big lanyard slot. Like I mentioned, the action is really good. You've got very nice thumb studs on both sides, and you can spidey flick it. The lockup, so it's a liner lock. Well, let's talk about all the good first. That blade is beautiful. It's a beautifully shaped blade. It's a nice thin blade stock, fully flat ground. It came very sharp. What's the blade made of? It's 7CR17 MOV. So could be a hell of a lot better, could be a hell of a lot worse. This, for a $20 knife, I guess that's what you should expect. But 7CR is, not the most outgoing steel there is. But all that being said, beautifully shaped handle. You've got the blade. You've got the fuller, which you can also spidey flick out of. But if they made that a little deeper and a little longer, that'd be pleasing. Okay, so now I'm going to tell you why I think this could be an awesome platform for Gerber. Moving forward, this could be a platform knife, a knife that they make a million different versions of. because I believe it's that good. Just in this $20 Home Depot iteration, it's just a little cheap. Now let's talk about the handle. The handle is an FRN, and it's got nice nested liners in there, but this FRN just feels like the cheapest FRN they could find. So the whole knife is light, and a lot of that has to do with the fact that this really cheap FRN, almost just plastic, is the handle. Because you do have those full liners, which are not weight relieved. Okay, this, at first I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then I was like, wait a second, those are really nice standoffs they have there. Pretty stout and nicely sculpted standoffs. I mean, they look better than the standoffs on my Yo Jumbo, which I paid, 8 times more for than this. Very nice standoffs. Why are they bollocksing it up, as our brothers across the shock like to say, with this lint teeth? I mean, those are there to grab lint. There's nothing else those teeth would be there for but to trap and capture lint. So I don't mean to go on at length about this handle, but the handle is beautifully shaped, nicely chamfered, contoured. It feels good in hand. It even feels good in this reverse grip if you had to puncture down into something. However, the material itself just has to change. But here's the good news, Gerber and Gerber fans, is that you got the hard part done already. The design is great. The design is great. This cross hatching is great, feels great in hand. Imagine this in micarta, in even just a somewhat cheap burlap micarta, or even something like this. This would be excellent. It would be great. Or just G10, sculpted G10, a good G10, peel ply or otherwise, would work great. You could go to town. It's not a very complicated handle. It's not a very complicated design. Gerber could start pumping out various iterations of this, and they could go the heavy route. It's already a light knife. They could do brass, and I know they've done that with the that straight razor looking one they have. I can't remember what it's called now, but handle materials. They could just go to town and just do exclusives for different online purveyors, but clean this design up. Get rid of these teeth. That's bologna sausage. That doesn't need to be there. Someone thought it looked cool, and then someone okayed it. They don't need to be there, and they're actually a hindrance because they collect and trap stuff. You already have an already selected very nice standoffs. Go with those. Like I said, very nice pocket clip. I don't need it any deeper than that. Very nice pocket clip. I like that they have, I don't like that they have, just D-ring it, put it so that one side pivot does not turn, have that be that side, put your little crest there, plane up the blade, and give us a better blade steel. S30, S35, D2 for some of the cheaper options. This could be your Elementum. Gerber knives, this could be your Elementum. Gerber knives, this could be your bug out or your Delica. This could be your knife that you do just endless iterations of. I believe it's that good. I think the design is that good. I really think this thin and also not very tall and full flat ground blade it's excellent. This is one of those, I would use the adjective scalpeline, like a scalpel. It's a word I think I made up, and I'm proud of it. But if you got this thing really sharp, you can see how uneven the grind is at the tip there. So they do need to do a little bit of work, but if you got this thing really screaming sharp, and like I said, it came more than adequately sharp, it could be like a little scalpel. Great washer action. I love washer action. I don't need every knife I have to fall shut. That's just a luxury perk on some knives, I think. I don't even want it on some knives. And on this sort of thing, well, Gerber, this is your platform. Go for it. Like, do a lot of good iterations of this, and I will be on board. And make it in America, and then people will just lose their shit all over it. Okay, so here we go. Here it is with a mini, well, in this case, it's the Ritter Hogue, but it's basically the size of the Mini Griptilian, a knife everyone's familiar with. And then here it is with the Bug Out. So fits basically in the same package as the Bug Out, maybe slightly longer blade or something. I don't know, it's hard to tell. All right, and then here it is with the, yeah, wait, okay, I should be precise about this. Let's see. Little longer blade, but a little shorter overall is the Gerber. Okay, and here it is with the Rat 2. I mean, these are all venerable small knives, and I believe that this knife could definitely play in this playground with an upping of the materials. So that, there it is with all of its, oh, let me show you with, I mentioned this Gerber, but here it is with, see, all of these knives I've put out are platform knives. You can see, you can find a million iterations of this. You can find a million iterations of this, and even this, and this. So that's what I'm trying to say. This could be imminently collectible. I think it's that good. It's just right now cheap as hell. So up, but by the way, no blade play. It is locked up solid and tight. So, and I might even decrease the access to the lock bar here, but it doesn't bother me in any way other than aesthetically. So platform knife for you, Gerber. All right, I just want to show it with one other great knife that I wish they were still making. This is the Tangram Santa Fe, a $25 knife that is just amazing, is this. And this is also on washers, and I'll take washers almost any time. I love that. Look at how smooth that gets. All right, so if you didn't figure it out by now, I like the Gerber Zilch, and I'm happy to like a Gerber at long last. Thank you, Gerber. Do something with this. This is an opportunity. This is a great design, and you could jam with it, so please do.